If you feel like you have tried absolutely everything and you just can't lose the weight and you're ready to give up, before giving up, watch this video. I've been a trainer for 11 years. I have helped hundreds of people lose thousands of pounds, and I've lost a lot of weight myself. And I know what to look for when a client comes to me. I know they're going to succeed. These are going to be the things. There's going to be 5 of them. And if you don't have all 5 of them, don't worry. You can develop them. Okay. But these are going to be essential to you losing weight. And if you get these things right, you are going to lose the weight. All right. So, number one, the first sign of a client that I see that I know they are going to lose the weight. Not at first, doesn't have to happen right away, but they grow into wanting to log their food, or at least being okay with logging their food, tracking of some sort. That doesn't mean the traditional tracking all the time. Sometimes that means making sure that they stop eating at 5 p.m. If intermittent fasting or something, it doesn't have to be 5 p.m., but fill in the blank for whatever time it is. If intermittent fasting is something that they really adhere to well and they enjoy, then that shows me they're going to succeed. If they have an avenue they're like excited about, not just excitement for it's going to work, but excitement as in like, I can do this forever. This is something I like to do. It could be keto. I'm not a huge fan of keto myself and for my clients, but if a person loves keto, I do have clients on keto, then they're going to succeed. But I really know a person's going to succeed when they say, hey, I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to commit and I'm willing to track my food. I'm going to buy a food scale. It's like 20 bucks on Amazon or something like that. You can go to Target or Walmart as well and start actually weighing out your food. It takes practice. It takes time. It's something that's it's a learning curve for everybody, but it takes time and it's difficult and it's something that gets much easier over time. But it's like any other skill that you can learn. If I was to try and have you change brakes on your car, you might be like, I have no idea what I'm doing. You watch a YouTube video, you still don't have much idea what you're doing. But after you change 17 brakes, you're gonna be wondering if you should open up a brake shop because they can charge a lot of money for that. I don't know if you guys have changed your brakes lately, but my goodness, it's a whole lot of money. Um, my point is that you get better at even the most difficult of things. And right now, it only takes me and my clients, I'd argue, 10 minutes a day to log our food. Because after you log so many foods, I always describe it as a circle. You eat within your circle of food. You have like 100 foods that you eat. Believe it or not, you probably don't eat much more than that at all. Probably eat less than that. Once you log those, then you just start to type in the food and it comes up. I mean, it's in your history. It's easy. You don't even need the barcode scanner because after you log so many foods, you don't need the barcode anymore. You just type in, if you eat crackers, CRA, and then boom, it pops up the crackers that you typically eat, 5 crackers or whatever it is. So food logging is the first sign that a person is going to lose the weight when they're willing to put in the work on something that a lot of people shy away from. Number two, my clients that start to see workouts, not at first, but with time as a reward. It is a reward. You're going to live longer. You're going to be healthier. You're going to be able to go to the zoo without getting tired out with your kids or grandkids or whatever. It is so I preach zone 2 cardio, but I love doing intense cardio. I love it. I know it's costing me muscle in the long run because I'm taking resources away from my muscles healing, but I just love it. So people can make fun of me all they want. I skip leg day quite a lot because I cycle so hard. My legs, just from yesterday, I cycled like an hour and 20 minutes. I'm just addicted to it. I love it. And my legs are toast today. So I didn't do my legs today. Complaining about workouts at first is normal. I would argue that's nothing that's crazy, but you want to get to a point where you are enjoying your workouts. That might mean you have to find workouts that you enjoy. Don't force yourself into, P90X style workouts if you hate them. I wouldn't suggest that anyway. I would suggest in general weightlifting and walking. That's just like a baseline. But if you really like cycling, find something you enjoy. If you love swimming, then that's going to be what is going to be successful for you. Number three, the clients that don't freak out and start cutting calories. Your weight is going to go up and down, up and down, up and down. If we have a week where it doesn't really drop, and I have a client come to me and say, I think we need to drop my calories down to 1200 or something like that, and they freak out, then that's a red flag for me that they might not be mentally ready for the length of time this takes. You don't want to rush results. You don't want the results to come faster as a result of dropping your calories. Trust the process. If you were losing weight at 1800 calories or 2000, for a lot of my male clients, 2300 calories, you don't need to drop to 1800. Maybe you got bad sleep, maybe you're extra stressed, maybe you ate something really high in sodium, but the real weight in the background is still going down. The body is very predictable. Now, if you accidentally ate too much on the weekend or something, you don't respond to that by cutting your calories. You can only cut your calories so many times. So we want to make sure that we are eating in a sustainable calorie deficit that allows us to continue in that calorie deficit long term. It is the boring, mundane stuff that leads to your results over the course of months and years. Now, it's not going to take you years to lose this weight, okay? But think about it like that. What if it took you 1 year? Who cares? If you're 43 and next year you're going to be 44, what a victory. You have the second half, the second, possibly with modern medicine, the second 2/3 of your life to live at a healthier weight because you were sustainable for a year. What a victory that is. Okay, so you got this. You can do this. Take your time with it. Be patient. That is what is going to be key for you. And when my clients don't rush to cut their calories, I know they're going to succeed. Another thing that I see is that they are not affected by their weight as much. At first, whenever you weigh in every day, and that is a piece of this tip number 4, is my clients that aren't afraid to weigh every day. You might not be ready to weigh every day, but you should be built, getting to it, where you're building up to the ability to weigh every single day. If you're able to weigh every day and you don't care about the ups and downs, you just care about the pattern, like I preach about on a lot of my other videos, then you are going to succeed. The weight, this is how I frequently tell it to clients. Your weight is going to be false high or false low. It's almost always false. It's the pattern that is real. So if it goes up and down, but you don't really care because you just zoom out and you look at your entire weight and the weight loss graph and you're like, hey man, I'm doing pretty good. I'm going to keep doing these same things because this is working. That is a sign that this person is going to lose weight. The last thing, this perhaps is the biggest, clients that are okay with forced diet breaks. What I mean by that is events, vacations. For me, just had a baby. That's why I'm doing this video in my car. So I'm kind of in a forced diet break right now. I'm eating a little bit more than I otherwise would, although I'm still doing, I'm pretty proud of how I've done, and exercising a little bit less. I'm doing 2 weightlifting sessions this week, very intense weightlifting sessions, and no legs. Again, skipping leg day. But I am doing a lot of cycling because I just love it. But the forced diet breaks, if a person is okay with that, meaning they take it as an opportunity to recoup, to maybe grow some muscle. Maybe you're eating extra calories because you're on vacation, but if you're able to work out while on vacation, you could think of that as, hey, now I get to build a little bit of extra muscle. When you have that attitude of, this is a period where I'm not going to be able to progress on my fat loss, but I can progress in other ways, you are going to win. This is going to be so key for you to be able to long-term sustain this, because a big thing that, a lot of clients don't understand for a while is, in the moment, you're all revved up to lose weight, but people forget that Super Bowl is going to come again. Your birthday is going to happen again. Christmas is going to happen again. It's not going to be all sunshine and rainbows. So we have to be ready for these periods of forced diet breaks. For some of my clients, I never actually program in diet breaks because they have enough forced diet breaks in their everyday life that they're kind of just, they're taking a week off here, 2 weeks off there, a month off there. And I don't want to add in any more breaks because I don't want them like literally being stagnant all year long. I like to give this example, and I know that I am not saying it's going to take you 6 months on, 6 months off, okay? But I'm just saying, let's pretend 1 month you progressed in your weight loss, and 1 month you completely were flat, but you didn't go backwards. If that's all you did, by the end of the year, well, let's say you lost a pound a week, you'd be 26 pounds down. 26 pounds of pure fat down without any suffering, because half of the time you were on a break. You weren't in this constant calorie deficit. That saves you room for vacations. It saves you room for work parties, saves you room for whatever. Birthday parties, grandkids, because there's so many things that we have in life, positive or negative. A funeral has food, a wedding has food, birthdays have food, work events have food. Janet brings in the muffins. Janet, you know? And so, forced diet breaks, if you're okay with that, then that is the last sign that you are going to be successful. If you want to know how on this journey to not quit your fat loss success, to how to keep going and push through that quitting phase, that's exactly what I made this video for right here. And if you haven't already, download FitBuddy, my free AI fat loss coach. You're going to love it. It is link in the comment, link in the description. And if you want to work with me, links down there too. Peace.